Well, the AirPods Pro have an issue, and it's not something that would prevent me from buying them. If I knew that they have it, I wouldn't buy them. I mean, they're still a great piece of tech. I made a couple of videos about why I love the AirPods Pro, but there is one issue that I have just discovered while using them in the past week, which I don't really think that should happen on a device that I paid $250 for. So what is the issue? Well, imagine that you are using the AirPods Pro normally. You have them in your ears. Nothing is wrong with them. Of course, the music is playing and everything is working really well. Like all the time, the experience is very convenient when you're using AirPods or Apple products in general. But imagine that you have them in your ears and you stop the music. You pause it for a couple of minutes. I mean, you don't even realize that the music isn't playing because you're doing something else. And out of nowhere, you heard one sound. You heard sound in this one right AirPod. It's not the music, it's the sound of the connection. So you just hear the sound of one AirPod. I mean, there's a sound when you, for example, connect them to a MacBook or to a different device. You hear this kind of sound in your ears, you know that they are connected. So the music is paused, you have them in your ears, and you only hear the sound in the right AirPod. And then after that, if you try to play any kind of music or anything, you only hear the sound coming out of your right AirPod. It means that the left one got disconnected on its own. And I don't think this should happen just because I didn't use them for 5 minutes and I still have them in my ears. I did not actually touch them and they still got disconnected. And it's not like both of them, only the one. For me, it only happens with the left one. Only the left one gets disconnected all the time. I'm not sure if this is a thing that can get removed or can get actually repaired with a software update, or I have to bring it to the Apple Store. I'm not sure how well or how bad the situation actually is. I mean, let me know down below in the comments if you have also encountered this problem, in case you also have and use your AirPods Pro. I mean, this is kind of an issue, right? It happened many times actually, so I had plenty of options to do some testing and some research. So one time when this happened, I even just left them in my ears and I just played music, and music was only playing using the right AirPod. And I was waiting and I was hoping to see what's going to happen. I mean, after just like 10 minutes, or I don't even know how many minutes it was, but after some time, I heard some weird things happening. For example, the noise cancelling was turned on this one, and then it turned back to the transparent mode, and then after 10 seconds the left one turned on again. So it's kind of weird. I'm not sure why this is happening, but I just kind of thought that I gotta make this video because you may expect the AirPods Pro to be perfect, but clearly they are not yet. So like I said, I'm not sure if the software update can actually fix it, but it would be glad and I would be really happy if this didn't happen anymore. But it's not like the flaw is somewhere in the AirPod, like it just stops working and everything's normal on the iPhone. On the iPhone, you can also see that the one AirPod is actually not connected. So if you go to the widget panel right here of this batteries, you can see that now I have 84% of the batteries, but on both AirPods. I mean, for example, if I put one in the box, you're going to notice that we can already see that they are actually disconnected and it's separated. So you can see that the one AirPod, the left one has 84% and the one on the right has 85%, and the one is actually charging. So you can see that it clearly shows you when the AirPod is not connected, and when my issue actually happens, I can see in this widget that only one AirPod is connected and the other is simply not here. So what I have to do in this situation like this, I have to put them back in the case, then close the case, open it up, and put them once again in my ears. And most of the time I have to put the left one first, just so the iPhone actually connects to this one and then to the right one. And then actually I have it turned on and everything working really well, but it's kind of unnecessary for me to do it. I mean, you would expect them to work all the time, and if the music is paused for like a couple of minutes, then one of the AirPods just got disconnected for no reason. I mean, Hopefully this gets fixed really soon. But again, let me know down below in the comments if you have also encountered this problem or this issue with your AirPods Pro. For example, this had never happened to me with the classic AirPods. I'm not saying these are better. I mean, the sound quality is clearly something else on the AirPods Pro, but the issue is only part of the Pro model, which is kind of weird, right? Okay, so I guess that this is the end of this video. If you like these type of new videos without the intros, then smash the like button as hard as you can. I feel like I'm in 2011 or so when people used to say that you should smash the like and subscribe button. But anyways, go ahead and do it, and see you guys later in the next video. Peace out, guys.